So, feeling, however this is called, this is a control deck. Control combo. So we're playing the Haunting Scream package with the Direwood Beast Callers and Gorgon Fanatics, and we have Herald Songs to dump them in the bin and Whispering Winds to dump them in the bin. And then we've got Reapers at our top end, and I've got one Staff of Sorceries, and then some other miscellaneous. We got like a couple of Bloodcasters here and such. Let's go ahead and play a game or two. I just hit Diamond 1 this morning, so hopefully we can improve on that. Get up to Masters. This hand is actually fairly good, but it doesn't have both of our threshold requirements. Let's redraw. This hand is decent as well, actually. It's got Haunting Scream and a Beast Caller in it, and this is a little slow on the draw. If they're playing something aggressive, we could be in trouble. But we've got a lot of early interactions. Hopefully we just draw some if they're playing something aggressive. Alright, those are two different ends of the spectrum. It's either aggressive or controlling. We have a Diplomat we'll play here. This Diamond 1, it's the ranking. It's kind of like, so the different like tiers, they go bronze, I think it's bronze, silver, gold, diamond, masters for the division you're in. So diamond, and there's probably a control deck, and there's 3 ranks inside each of those divisions, so in constructed. So diamond has diamond 3, diamond 1, diamond 3, diamond 2, diamond 1. Yeah, I wanted one Staff of Stories at the top so I could grind better against the decks that are more controlling. Alright, so this turn's going to be pretty good for us. We just get to Permafrost this and then Levitate and hit him for... Or we get to... You know, I'm actually going to hold... This is one thing I've learned. Permafrosting this is great for starters, because this sits there and deals 1 damage to them every turn. And then we'll Levitate this. And then holding the Annihilate, not only is the Annihilate a quick action, but sometimes they have a card that screws with things in our crypt. So Diamond would be the hex equivalent to Platinum. Yeah, basically. And this is something that we'll need to Death Strike here. Do I want to Death Strike this is a question. I don't think so. So this screws with our things. It says they would die, instead something else happens. So let's just get rid of this. Get that out of here. I want my things in my crypt. Opponent concedes. Alright. Just, yep, when in doubt. This is why I like, this deck has controlling aspects to it, but it also has draws like that where you just like, you know, run them over with your aggression. All right. So what's the Diplo Seal do? No, yeah. So Diplomatic Seal, it's fixing. It always provides a resource for you, so it's not slow. Yeah, this hand's excellent. But it doesn't. It only provides an influence, which is like a threshold, if you have 2 or less other influence. So like if you have 3 influences already, it doesn't provide any. But this deck only needs double Primal and double Shadow, so you don't really need much of the late game, which went on our early influences properly. When I first started dropping beta, can I buy into a constructed deck? So that, again, the CCG model is the single worst thing about Eternal. Like, the gameplay is great. I really enjoy the gameplay. It's why I'm still playing it. But the CCG model means you do have to just buy packs of cards. You do keep what you draft, so you can draft to earn stuff as well. So if you enjoy Limited, it's not too bad. But you do just have to buy packs, and there's like a dusting system where you can destroy cards to create cards and stuff like that. So now, Vera's Favor deals 1 damage to something and gains me a life, and it draws me a Shadow Sigil. My resources are going to be tied up for the next few turns. We're not getting value out of this, but we're basically just like deal 1, gain 1, get a resource into our hand. Next turn, we'll play out a Direwood Beastcaller. When this dies, my opponent gets a +2/+2 equipment. No follow-up? Scheme, sure. That's fine. It's basically no follow-up. A Neon. I guess I should update my... Take the word drafting out of my title since we're playing Constructed. Has a tank here. I believe Rhino's... Yeah, Rhino's streaming as well. So if you want to watch the other side of this game, you can go watch him. Must be a tough scheme. Alright. That would have been nice on turn 2. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. So whenever this attacks, you can discard a card from your hand to draw a random card from your deck with a higher cost than it, which is sweet. So you just like upgrade your cards basically. Hey, Brandon, BD Boxers. Another scheme. Okay. Unfortunately, oh, I guess we can actually pig this. Feeding time, transform it into a pig, and then kill it. So if they don't put another thing on the board and they don't have a torch, we can fight our way through this. And I think I'm going to be aggressive. My motto is just like always make them have it. So let's pig this and then attack and get some 5/5s here. Yep. So when this hits our opponent for the first time, it creates 2 5/5s with the mechanic called Infiltrate. I don't know. That's what my opponent's playing right now is Stone Scar, right? This is basically exclusively the archetype I've played through to where I'm at now in Diamond. Yes, exactly. When you discard a power card to Whispering Wind, it always draws you a non-power card because any of your non-power cards cost more than a power card, which this is just super, super powerful. In the mid to late game, you just Pig Strike or to the Death Strike. And now if my opponent doesn't add pressure to the table, Staff of Sorcery says we draw 2 cards a turn. Alright, so he's going to Madness my thing. I'm confused. This does not get the Infiltrate back. I'm going to block. Do you have a Rapid Shot or something? Oh, he just wanted it in his crypt. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I'm going to attack with one of these. And the reason why I'm leaving one back is I want the Staff of Sorcery. I could take an aggressive line here and like attack with both of these and play the Umbran Reaper, and maybe that's better. But I'm just a simple man who wants to draw a lot of cards. And in the event that something goes wrong here, starting to draw 2 cards a turn is more powerful. You should not block there. Oh. Oh, because if I don't block, I just take 1. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, and then it comes back to me. That makes sense. Smuggler Stash. Oh, and he's getting his, he's getting my Infiltrate guy back? Okay. That's pretty good. Now I draw another card here. And again, we are grinding a little bit, so I think I'm just playing the Reaper out. I'm just going to play the Reaper and get aggressive. I should have attacked with both of them last turn and played this, I think. I don't have... Actually, that definitely doesn't work. Del, Command... Those are not valid anymore. Eternaldex.cards, I think, is a site that you can host Eternal Decks on. I haven't done that yet. Eternal doesn't automatically export your deck list like Hex does, right? That's so super convenient that Hex can just automatically do that. APIs are great. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have blocked when he stole my guy. It was a mistake. We're in a good spot, regardless of my mistake, but definitely shouldn't have blocked. To draw an additional card here. Another Haunting Scream. I'm just attacking with both of these. Probably has to jump here. So, gonna go ahead and play a Broodcaster here, and I can hold this up as a fast spell. This encourages my opponent to play removal on this to try and force through the Beast Caller. And that way, because I really don't want him to use removal. I really don't care if he uses removal on this, I mean. So go ahead and kill this, and then I can annihilate this. And then this is looming over his head, where when this dies, it deals 5 damage to my opponent, and I gain 5 life. So they're getting pretty close to just dying to this trigger as well. Plus, they just might not have a way to kill this Bloodcaster. It's been a pleasure. Alright, you too, Sereno. Alright, so we're a third of the way to Masters, I believe. We get to 100, we get to play Masters. Exodium, we are first. So this hand has functional resources, but I'm going to redraw it. Any of our 7s are pretty medium. I want either... this hand's pretty medium as well, but we have to keep the second 7. I don't like to keep hands that don't have our 2-drop or one of our 3-drops in it. One of our Infiltrate Troops or the card that... This does have a Wisdom of the Elders in it, which is nice. Are they ever going to do a card reset? They reset in between the closed and open betas, and they said they are not going to be resetting again. Alright, so I saved this Vera's Favor for this exact situation because time often plays this 1-1. So kill that, get a Sigil. Getting a little bit of tempo loss myself because I'm not getting to play my Wisdom of the Elders this turn, but I think that's fine. Probably don't need both these Levitates, so I'm just going to burn one to Cantrip. So, I'm just going to pass here because this Wisdom of the Elders is going to hit us a resource for this, hopefully. Yeah, that's annoying. So it gives all of his units +1/+1. Alright, I'll take this hit here. I'm not going to burn this Levitate to Cantrip because I hit an Infiltrate Troop. Kind of punished. Play my Infiltrate Troop out. So when this hits our opponent, we gain 3 life, draw 3 cards, and sacrifice it. No blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and Permafrost this and then attack with this. Hold the Levitate a little bit. Let's go ahead and fight. So we'll gain 3, draw 3. We also kind of need to get some of his pressure off the table. Alright, Seal is excellent. We'll play that and play another Fanatic out here. Pass the turn. No blocks. Play 4 Yeti Spies. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. Really need to find a Beastmaster here. Huh, if I need to find a Beastmaster, am I supposed to cycle this Levitate? No, that's not true. Alright, let's go ahead and Levitate this. We have 2 more draws at a Beastmaster here. Whispering Wind. There's a 9... Hand size is 9 cards. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Herald Song. I think I have to hit a Beastmaster to make some blockers here. And we bricked. I'll play this. They've just gone a little bit too wide this game. Have to discard. Been a Whispering Wind. So, unfortunately, just a little bit too slow. We haven't had a Beastmaster in the top 25 cards of our deck. We're going to take 8-12 here, and he's going to draw 4 cards, because whenever these hit us for the first time, they draw a card. I'm not playing Lightning Storm in my deck, which if this deck has been picking up in popularity, perhaps I should start playing some Lightning Storms again. I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Yeah. Well, I guess, I mean, we can draw some cards, right? Might as well draw some cards to close it out. All of his things are going to turn into 3/3s next turn on the back of the Obelisk. There's the first Beastmaster is 30-some cards into our deck. I can kill 2 of these and then still plenty lethal, so pack it in. Unfortunate. Do I want to put some Lightning Storms in the deck is a real question. Maybe 2. Could, like, cut the Suffocate. The Permafrost have been medium, too. Cut a Wisdom. That seems fine. Let's do that, just in case we run into more of the tokens deck. We can always loot them away. I think, were we on the play that game? I don't remember if we were on the play or not that game. Yeah, I think the tokens matchup's pretty good for us on average. If we would have had a Beast Caller in the top 25 cards of our deck, we probably would have won that game because we would have created 2 5/5s, which would have just been able to, like, rail all of his things. They're not terribly interactive. Constructed is best of 1 as well, which is one of my least favorite things about the game. After the CCG, I like the gameplay. It's just, you know, little things. In terms of lowering variance and allowing the better player to win, best of 1 is never a good choice, but they have a focus on quick games as opposed to anything else. Everything's best of 1. Don't say ranked ladder is best of 1. Everything's best of 1. There's no sideboards in this game. There are community organized tournaments that are manually best of 3 where players have to, like, create multiple copies of their decks to sideboard. It's really... Saying that there's community-run tournaments that are that, it makes it sound like it's something there's not, which is, yeah. The client does not currently support best of 3s automatically. Well, that draw makes this one of our nuts draws, so we get to go ahead and draw this, and we'll bin this Direwood Beast Caller, and then on turn 2, hopefully he plays a 2-drop here, and then we can Haunting Scream that back and get 2 5/5s on turn 3. Please play a 2-drop. God bless you. Oh, a swing and a miss. Nice. Nice treachery. Alright, let's play this, which does not give us a threshold, but we get to Haunting Scream this back into play. Need help? Come on, go in. Opponent concedes. Alright. And putting some Lightning Storms on my deck might be an overreaction to the token deck, but... Because, like I said, I think if we just have if we have Beastmaster by, like, turn 5, we're usually good. That's the... Yeah, this deck has controlling draws, but it's also just, like, sometimes it's like, alright, turn 3, put 10 power into play. He conceded. Did I miss attacking? I have no idea. I thought I attacked. I might have accidentally hit the spacebar button. Yeah, I probably did that. You're right. I'm probably an idiot, but our opponent was thankfully kicked the ball back. This hand's so good, but it doesn't have our second shadow. This hand's fine. I didn't keep track of the number of hours. And this deck I'm playing is a brew. It doesn't have any legendaries in it. You screamed and then I thought I hit A in spacebar. But I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. There's probably video evidence of me, the fact that I am wrong, but... Just play Beast Caller on 3. Hand is super medium right now. Scream would be ideal. It's probably getting torched because there's a pause at my end step. That's one of the things that's awkward, interesting about this game is that there's only pauses when your opponent could possibly have things to do because of how the sloppy priority system works. So I can tell that my opponent has a quick action because we're stopped at my end step here. Yeah, there's the torch. Figured it out. All right. Hopefully we draw a piece of action next turn, just something to do. Okay. I have plenty of resources, so I'm going to hold on to this favor for now. Just because they might play something that only has 1 toughness. We might also use this to, like, finish off a weapon or something if they have one. Hopefully they just do nothing again here. That would be ideal. That's unfortunate. This cannot kill this. I think I'm just supposed to play the Reaper here as opposed to playing this out because their deck likely has lots of ways to power this up. Another pause. We have another torch. Can't you turn that off in settings? No, I don't think so. Block. So you have a Finest Hour here. Yep, really happy I didn't play my Staff of Sorcery. So I'm trading this for a Finest Hour and 6 points of damage. It's literally off for reference, except gameplay, advanced deck building, smart auto pass. I have smart auto pass turned off, and it still pauses you. I just trust me when I tell you that I am correct here. All right, so he played something with 1 toughness here, so this Vera Favor gets some value. I'm just killing that because I want to get the board clear so I can play the Staff of Sorceries next turn. I'm aware. Someone else tried to point that out. Basically, auto pass says, yeah. If you don't have anything to do, automatic pass. He has another torch here or another Finest Hour. We're paused at my end of turn again. Hopefully, he just plays something out with a single faction so I can annihilate it. Sounds great. Let's go ahead and play the Staff of Sorceries out here and pass the turn. Hopefully, he tries to put some pants on this and then I annihilate it in response. Alright, annihilate you. So when this dies, every one of my opponent's units get flying or charge. Ooh, hopefully he doesn't have a protection spell here. That would have been bad, I guess. So every unit in his deck either has flying or charge, one of the two. Obliterate. That's a good pickup. Needs to kill my sword. Wisdom of the Elders, draw 2. Haunting Stream would be great, because we have, what's it called in here from turn 3, right? Yeah. Alright. Build a castle with our bricks. Do I want to do this? Yeah, anything he has with 1 toughness, he's probably going to be able to just power up right away. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him for 1, gain 1. Play the Shadow Sigil, play my Bloodcaster. And this, next turn, we'll be able to pay 7 and draw a card from our deck and to draw a card from their deck. So this will be a good draw, too. Please don't kill my Bloodcaster. Flying, quick draw, endurance. Well, request granted, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to use this now, so that way he can't have a chance to kill it. God damn it. Just every time. Take my Reaper back, I guess. I'm sure he's going to draw a piece of action now. 55 cards in our deck. We've drawn. Yep. At least we're at a high life total. Got that going for us. So we can't block this because it's quick draw, but we can attack into it because our guy has 6 power. Lend me some bricks, please. I am an expert at flooding on 2 people's decks at the same time. Anyone who's watched my Hex stream will tell you that. This is unfortunately dual factions, so our ultimate price here cannot kill it. Yep. Yep. Correct. This is not a control matchup, though, I don't think. Our opponent seems to be playing like a... maybe they're a control deck? I don't know. They've got a lot of aggressive threats in it. They've got this. Yeah, there's no way they're a controlling build. They've got Champion of Glory. God, all of his things just have flying. And my Annihilate just looks super embarrassing here. Probably throwing this away to upgrade this Justice Sigil into something else. The old play my charge troop post-combat. I guess I can't do anything because of this. Alright, well that's going to draw 2, I suppose. Yep, literally threw this away to upgrade a Sigil. Play this. Activate this. Okay. Am I playing this? I feel like I'm playing this. I might be incorrect, especially since I have this in hand. We're taking 7 here, dead to a lot of things now. Dead to Torch, dead to Overwhelm. Need to get open. Okay, that was one of our better draws. So this puts us to 2 when we do this. Yeah, I think I have to do this, though. We're going to do a piercing shot with this line, but I'm pretty sure, again, this is a play to win versus a playing to not lose situation. Attack for 2. It does. It takes all of the colors off of it when you draw the card from their deck. Okay, well, I'm going to cycle this to start, I think. Haunting Scream is excellent. Let's do that and get back a Direwood Beast Caller. And then I'm going to attack with these. Seems fine. Hold my 5/1 back. Bend this Annihilate. Get a Gorgon Fanatic. So he has to block here, I assume. And it takes 3. Yep. Playing that out might have been a little aggressive. I could have also potentially held the Levitate so I could attack with this. Yeah, doesn't do anything. Are they dead? So what happens if I play this? If I play this, I get a 1/1 back. If they block that 1/1, and they block here, and they block here, they only take 7. I wish I still had that Levitate. Should have held that. Actually, the actual thing I messed up here is I should have held that, should have held the, what's it called? I think I'm attacking like this. Yeah, let's do this. I should have held that, that throne that I played out. I guess this puts me dead to any removal. Or a charge guy. Motherfucker. Ugh. Yeah, that was a bad attack. That was a bad attack. Good beats, opponent. And now we die because our trigger can't happen. Yep, I deserve to lose that. I made a couple mistakes in there. I like this deck a lot. When I'm losing to mistakes I'm making, it usually means the deck's powerful. Or my opponents are bad, one of the two. Usually means the deck's powerful, and I'm an idiot. Sands medium. I probably shouldn't have Lightning Storms in my deck. That was an overreaction to that token matchup. Sounds pretty reasonable. We're on the draw though. Actually, draw is pretty good because we need to hit a shadow here at some point. If we hit the first shadow, we get the second one from this. Yep, it's fine. Alright, this is going to live, and we're going to get to draw a shadow next turn. All positives. All positives. This gets to attack, probably getting the Lightning Storm. Thanks, C. And then, you know, this is why you shouldn't make mistakes and lose games that you should win, because there's going to be games like this where you just don't do anything wrong and you get mucked up by variance. I mean, Annihilate didn't do anything to say, like, what happened that last game doesn't get prevented by holding Annihilate. Actually, just nothing we can do here. This is one of those games where, like, you look at the mulligan mechanic in this game and you're like, I really hate how the mulligan mechanic works. It's like mulligan to no sigil hand into a hand that also wouldn't have been a keep because of not having our second threshold influence in it. Let's call it influence. Now this has quick draw, so I can't block. Yeah, it does. I kill my own guy. Okay. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. I'm just going to kill this. Attack, and I'm going to upgrade this. I'm going to upgrade this. And then we can Vera's Favor to kill this. Maybe I'm supposed to Vera's Favor and kill that first. It preserves our life total better. What I actually did wrong is I shouldn't have played that. I played that that power card out for the 11th power on that one turn, and that was 100% incorrect. It's like actually nothing good came of that. Alrighty, probably just dead here. I made a bunch of mistakes that game, so you can pick your favorite to point out and bash me for, but you know I said that we messed up in a bunch of different spots, and that was a very winnable game. All right, this game, however, there's not a lot we could do. All right, and we will play until we lose one more here. Not just gonna sit here and bounce up and down. We're gonna try and avoid the Tilt Monkey coming out after a mistake into a variance loss, but you know. I agree. I am agreeing with you. You can stop pointing out how wrong I was. Sounds fine. It's a little bit not interactive against an aggressive deck, but hopefully we find one of our 3-drop threats. This is one of those hands where maybe I shouldn't keep it because it doesn't have one of our 3-drop threats in it. Never mind, I'm a liar. Never didn't have it. Let's discard that before we even draw the card. Didn't play a 3-drop out. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Beastmaster as opposed to playing into a possible Torch here, which he didn't have because it didn't pause at my end step, so that's good to know. No blocks. Hopefully he kills this and we just Haunting Scream both of them back. That's awkward. Removal. I'm discarding here this. Yeah, and I'm going to make him pick here which one gets to hit. It's unfortunate that we didn't hit a piece of removal. Pick your favorite, probably blocking the Beastmaster. Yeah, it's his best chance here. And I'm going to take 2 from this. I'm only gaining 1 here. Those were pretty mediocre draws. Okay. Hopefully we hit a destroy target thing or a permafrost, the 2-cost removal. Herald Song. Keith drew a torch. Alright, pretty dead to torch. Yeah, sick rip. We knew we didn't have the torch last turn. Alright, I'm gonna cut the Lightning Storms back out of my deck because that was stupid. I just lost to 1 tokens decks on some variants and I added those. Don't be like that. Don't add things because you lost to some variants. I'm going to add another permafrost. Oh no, I had a what's it called in here? Had a suffocate because it kills the silly 2 of the cards that mess with our guys dying. Yeah, the opponent's 3/3. Whenever a unit dies, that unit deals 1 damage to the opponent, the person that controlled that troop. And just like that, all that work up and down is... This is what I did last night in Diamond 2. I won up to like 40 or 50, and then lost back down to 0, and won up to 40 or 50, and lost back down to 0. And then I made some changes to the deck and got through Diamond 2 this morning. Seems pretty good if we had a 3rd resource. Be nice if we could win a go first. There's not a coin flip or a die roll, so I don't know. I don't know how it determines. You know, just random number generator like every computer. All right, we've got an annihilate for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and annihilate this right off the bat. I guess I could wait until his turn to see if he plays something else that's scarier, but definitely just want to like kill the Watchwolf plus. No play? Another one, sure. Unfortunately, cannot play Bloodcaller. We do not have double Shadow. So this is one of the cards that we need to be able to kill. Fortunately, we can levitate this. And attack, get some 5/5s. So anything that we have that dies turns into a 2/2 Cludgel, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and echo. This is just when it dies, right? So I can discard this and it won't count as it dying, I believe. Okay. And then next turn we can pig this, which is good. That's unfortunate. So now that turns into a Cludgel. Whoa, I really don't know. Now I just, it does, now nothing makes sense. So when this prevents Entomb triggers from happening, but it still triggers the Instigator, that doesn't make any sense. Anyone that has a fundamental understanding of how the rules in Eternal work want to explain to me why that works that way? Why does that card stop Entomb triggers, but it doesn't stop that from happening? Because I thought it's not dying, it's getting replaced by this other thing. So it's not a replacement effect like Magic then. Actually, what I wanted to do, I'm going to edit this. I think I want a 4th copy of this over the 3rd. This card's really performed pretty well over the 3rd Wisdom of Elders. Yo, I understand that it's different from Magic. Can someone I guess it would have to be one of the developers, right? Because we don't have a rule book. Like, why Why does one effect that happens when the card would die not happen, but another effect that happens when the card would die still happens? It's not consistent. No, the rules text on Entomb says this happens when the card dies. That's what the rules text on Entomb says. It's not Entomb, it's different. Well, it's worded the same way as Entomb. Which is fine. Like I said, I'm fine with it being different than Magic. I just need... So, like, when I read a new card, I can understand how it works without having to go, does this work how I think it works? That, again, the things you're saying are the same thing. They're the exact same situations. So, opponent's playing a control deck. Probably Akaria Blue. Probably has a Wisdom of his own. Hand is not great right now. Hopefully this can help. We're going to bin a Permafrost. I'm going to bin the Annihilate. This hand is not particularly great for this matchup. Hopefully this one can get online and start going to work. If he has a sword here, we're going to be in trouble. Yep. Draw 2. Opponent has a torch. That's what that pause probably means. Am I playing this and then Vera's finishing that? I think I am. This is like technically a 1-for-1. Like this does the first part. He could just torch this too. I'll have to read an Entomb card when I get it up. I'm pretty sure it says when this dies. I'm aware why feeding time stops, because feeding time says this becomes a pig, then the pig dies. That's different than replacing what happens when the unit dies. This is getting torched, I'm assuming. I think when he torches this, I'm going to levitate it. Yeah, I'm going to levitate this in response here. Just cycle it. The Herald Song is decent, so we get to filter through these things like Permafrost. Speaking of... And this is probably a matchup where I want to play Bloodcaster on 10 resources. So I can just like play it and draw with it right away. Entomb does something when it is killed. Does not say what you're saying it is. So you are incorrect. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Does something when it is killed. And I asked about this versus the things that do something when they die. That are like replacing the die effect. But apparently, can I ask what game? This is a game called Eternal. Eternal card game. You can find it on Steam. It just went into open beta. It has gameplay similar to Hex or Magic, but it has more of a what's the word I'm looking for? It has it's a faster feel. The resolution, the priority system in it isn't as rigid as Magic and Hex, so the games go faster. It also has a mobile client that's currently in closed beta that's enjoyable. I play a lot of games from my phone. Obliterate, yep. So he has a power on him right now that lets him every single turn pay 2 and stun one of my guys. Guessing this Levitate card that just lets me cycle it, basically. And yeah, I'm up to 8 resources now, so I'm just going to wait until I hit 10 so I can play this and draw 2 cards with it right away. Just, like, get a little value, 2-5 going. Ikaria, yep, immediately punished for having burned my Levitate. So this has Aegis, which means I can't target it with my first thing, so hopefully we draw another targeted spell. Alright, nope, and this is Warcry 5, so it's going to end the game pretty quickly here. Oh, did I miss that I could have... Oh, it had Endurance. Never mind, I say I didn't miss it. It just had Endurance, so it didn't matter. So I want to hold this Permafrost. Being aggressive with the Levitate punished me there. This can block here theoretically, but I'm assuming this is dying in some way, shape, or form. Oh, he's just stunning it, sure. Alright, well, I'm not dead on board, and I get to play this and activate it. Holy crap. Yep, well, that's what we talked about possibly happening. I'm assuming we're just going to get, like, overwhelmed and killed here, or, like, torched and killed here. Yeah. That's so frustrating. If I would have just held the Levitate for a turn, we would have been able to kill this. Yeah, good beats, opponent. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day, folks. Thanks for hanging out. If you missed any of the stream, I will go ahead and put the archives up on YouTube here shortly. Peace.